You get the unexpected message, Carol Vorderman untold, late one evening. Here's a warning. Be sure you're Ione. You click out of curiosity and see the UK's most adored countdown queen in stunning topless photographs. Every picture strikes a balance between intelligence and unadulterated sensuality, whether it's at an art gallery or on a wild beach. I want you to stick with me through every enticing moment because the last shot will change your perception of Carol Vorderman. We get our first look in a clean, contemporary library. With nothing on but the gentle afternoon sun flooding in, Carol stands between floor-to-ceiling windows with her arms folded just below her chest. Even the most familiar faces can surprise you when viewed in a different way, as evidenced by the way the light highlights her shoulders' curvature and the soft swell of her bosom. The stillness of knowledge surrounding her is so quiet that you can almost hear the ticking of a sophisticated clock. You are then taken to a rooftop garden under the moonlight. Carol, who is topless except for a silk wrap over her hips, leans back on a simple chaise beneath hanging lights, demonstrating how well-chosen textiles can accentuate any curve. The lantern illumination spreads like liquid gold across her flesh, demonstrating how atmosphere can turn vulnerability into a creative medium. You can practically taste the crisp night air and hear the hum of distant cities. Your scroll is interrupted halfway through by a black and white studio portrait. Carol poses with one hand on her hip and the other pushing back her hair against a dramatic background, demonstrating how monochromatic and strong angles can create a living sculpture out of the body. She radiates warmth and authority by her direct look, demonstrating that confidence is colorless. The silence created by the professional lights capturing that moment is almost palpable. Then we see a beach scene at dawn, Carol standing topless at the shore, a linen sarong tied low. At her hips, the wave crashing at her feet, evidence that the natural world can capture private moments with amazing grandeur. Her serene attitude is reflected in the pastel sky, demonstrating how being vulnerable in expansive vistas can be both inspiring and humbling. The sound of gulls wailing overhead and the damp grains of sand are nearly palpable. A reflected selfie shows up as you navigate. The fact that authenticity frequently flourishes in private settings is demonstrated by Carol, who is standing in front of a large mirror in her opulent home with one arm across her chest and the other raising her phone. Her nude body contrasts with the luxurious carpeting and elaborate frame, demonstrating how every detail is emphasized by contrast. Her phone's shutter clicks softly, and you can almost taste the subtle aroma of polished wood. Then you're surprised by a private poolside shoot, as evidence that even simple swimwear can have a big impact when combined with self-assured posture. Carol relaxes on a glossy float while wearing a silver bikini bottom, topless, of course. The way the water's reflection dances across her contours is evidence that fluidity and light work together to produce wonder. The sound of the soft splash beneath her is nearly audible, and the air is tinged with chlorine. You can see why Carol Vorderman's topless photos are accompanied by a caution after you've looked at every shot. It's evidence that some beauty is best left to private eyes. If any of these images touched you, click like, share with others that value audacious artistic vision, and comment below the picture that most impressed you. Remember to hit the bell and subscribe so you don't miss any more boundary-pushing revelations. Thank you for viewing. Accept your stillness, accept your strength, Ione.